There was a chassid back in the times of the Alter Rebbe who was planning to visit the Rebbe. It was a long, difficult journey in the cold winter of Russia. And he wanted to make the most of the experience. So he asked the knowledgeable chassidim in his town, what do I do to get ready? How do I prepare for this visit, audience with the Rebbe? The chassid said to him, there's a special teacher who understands Chassidus very well. Go to him, it's on your way, stop at his place and ask him to tutor you in how to get ready for the visit. The man travels to this teacher, leaves a business that needs his attention, and comes to the house of this teacher, and the teacher makes him welcome. He says, settle down, it'll take a few days, and I'll prepare you. On the first day that the traveler was there, the teacher said, I'm not ready yet. Give me some time. Second day, not ready yet. On the third day, the teacher said to him, you know what, I've been thinking about it and I really don't know what to tell you. I have nothing to say to you. Man was very distressed by this. 3 days away from his business, unnecessarily. And now he's going to the Rebbe and he's still not prepared. He doesn't feel ready. And he was really upset with this whole thing. He went, he visited with the Rebbe, and he came back. On his way back, he stopped at the home of this teacher to thank him. He said to him, I understand what you did, and I appreciate it. I was on the way to the Rebbe full of ambition. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to be prepared. I will be qualified. I will know what I'm doing. I will ask great questions. I will gain so much. But it was all about me. And I was not going to hear what the Rebbe was really saying because I wasn't really listening. I wasn't in the receptive mode. What you did to me shattered me. And I came to the Rebbe feeling completely unprepared. So I just gave up. And I went to the Rebbe and I said, Rebbe, you tell me. And I heard. And I benefited. But only as a result of the humbling that you created in me by sending me off unprepared. So if it was a conversation, the teacher would have said to this traveling chassid, you want to get prepared. You want me to tell you how to be ready to receive information from the Rebbe, guidance in your life, and so on. And you want it to be real, and you want it to be true. You want to hear the truth. You can't handle the truth the way you're thinking. You're going there full of yourself. You're going to go there feeling sophisticated. I'm visiting the Rebbe. I'm asking questions. I'm prepared. You're not going to hear the truth. You're going to miss it. But if you go without preconceived notions, if you go there innocently, open, vulnerable, you'll get what you need. The teacher, in fact, didn't give him this lesson in words. he actually caused it to happen through his actions. He humbled him by sending him off without being prepared. In other words, not being prepared is the best way to go. Because then you're completely vulnerable and completely open to hearing the truth. Otherwise, you just hear what you want to hear. There's a humorous story. There was a chassid by the name of Reb Shmuel, who was a brilliant scholar, a very wise man, but he was also funny, a prankster. Many stories are told of his pranks. He dressed like a simple person, like a laborer. But when people would come to see the Rebbe, and he lived near the Rebbe, he would host them, he would put them up. And it bothered him when people would come to the Rebbe full of themselves, arrogant, thinking they're going to meet a peer, a scholar speaking to another scholar, and so on. And it really disturbed him. He hated that. One time, a man came to see the Alter Rebbe, who was really a great scholar, but very full of himself. He was staying at Reb Shmuel's house. Reb Shmuel brought him into his room, showed him to his room, and locked the door. Locked him in. The man was, of course, frightened by this. He pounds on the door and he says, what is this? Let me out. So Reb Shmuel said, I'm a sheikhet, and I'm preparing the knife, and we're going to shecht you because it's so important to go to the grave of a tzaddik before Yom Kippur. And we don't have a tzaddik buried here in our town. And since you're such a tzaddik, we want to have your grave here, so I'm going to kill you. The man said, I'm not that great a tzaddik, There are greater tzaddikim than me. Reb Shmuel said, beggars can't be choosers. There may be greater tzaddikim than you, but you are what we have, so a little tzaddik is better than no tzaddik at all. And the man said, no, really, I'm not a tzaddik at all. I'm not a tzaddik. And Reb Shmuel said, you look like a tzaddik to me. And the man confessed all his failings. And then Reb Shmuel opened the door and he said to him, okay, now go and hear what the Rebbe has to say to you, and you'll come away enriched. So the simplicity, feeling unprepared, just raw, tell me the truth, show me my way, put me on my path. You don't do that by being sophisticated. You don't do that by coming to a Rebbe feeling like an equal, or even less than that. When you go to the Rebbe, you go like a child, innocent, no assumptions, no preconceived notions. Don't expect to be able to predict what the Rebbe is going to tell you. Be open. Be vulnerable. Then you hear the truth. And that's why simple people, unassuming people, can hear the truth better than the sophisticated people. So learning Chassidus and really understanding godliness and becoming a real genius and scholar in Hasidic studies doesn't take away the simplicity. it actually adds to it. Because the study of Hasidus doesn't fill you with a sense of pride or achievement. On the contrary, it cleans away the interference of the animal soul and lets your godly soul hear what it needs to hear, uncomplicated, artless, just what's true. And once you hear it, you're changed forever.